Hello, I'm Chris Parkin and this is the CZ600 range in 308 Winchester. Welcome to All for Shooters. Well, you've seen the rifle in use, it's certainly very accurate on target. Just to go through some of the details now, it's a 22mm diameter barrel in this 308 version, it's 610mm or 24 inches long. It's screw cut 18x1 at the muzzle, so you can use a moderator or muzzle brake, and internally the rifling is a 4-groove rifling system and it's cold hammer forged barrel with a 1 in 10 inch twist rate. It's performed superbly well with 168 and 175 grain match bullets, and it's certainly going to favour the heavier bullets and also copper bullets as well if you need to. Looking back at the action, you can see there's a spherical handle on the bolt and it's got 60-degree lift. Watching the video you'll see it's got enthusiastic ejection, there's no problems with cycling rounds at all, and if you drop a single round in the ejection port it will load straight to chamber. The steel action uses a Picatinny rail screw to the top, which makes scope mounting very simple. When removed from the stock, you can still see the barrel change capability, but this is recommended by a dealer. The rifle is only currently available in 6mm Creedmoor or 308, but I expect other barrels and other chamberings will become available for it. The rifle certainly warrants those. The stock has a 30mm vertically adjustable cheek piece, and you may or may not need to lower that from your preferred position to get the bolt out. If you press the bolt button here, you can extract the bolt and see it clearly. It's got 6 lugs on it, the heads are removable, you can manually decock the firing pin just like I'm showing you now and disassemble the bolt. Showing the dismantling of the bolt in detail, you decock it fully clockwise, the firing pin will then come out and you can remove the bolt head entirely, which shows you the sprung pin there which works as the ejector on this semi-controlled feed bolt face. The extractor claw on the right hand side gives you good grip to extract the case from the chamber after firing. The bolt lugs are part of this bolt head and lock directly into the barrel, so the action itself isn't pressure bearing. To reassemble this, you just reverse that and you can see there the sprung pin, which you'd feel in operation actually, because when you do extract and eject rounds you can feel that slight bounce against the spring, and you can totally control the speed at which you eject cases. So if you're fast on the bolt it flings them far and wide, if you're slow on the bolt you can just drop them back on top of the magazine for manual extraction if you want to keep them very delicately handled. Once you've put the bolt head back in, you can slide the firing pin back in position, compress the spring and recock the bolt, and that will now go back into the rifle and you can operate as before. The polymer magazine holds 5 rounds plus 1 in the chamber if you want to. The release catch is on the front here, and with the rifle the right way up, press the release catch and the magazine drops into your waiting palm. It clips back in reverse easily. Now if you want you can flick that switch forward and it locks the magazine in position so you can't lose it. You can see the 2 T25 torque screws here which allow you to dismantle the rifle from its stock if required. More importantly, you will also see here there's a small Allen key which allows you to adjust the trigger weights. There are 4 trigger weight settings from 600 to 1350 grams, which is 22 to 48 ounces. I measured the breaking weight on this single stage trigger at delivery and it was 465 grams, which is 16 ounces. It's very crisp, very predictable, and it has a curved slim blade which gives you good tactile perception on your fingertip when you're operating the rifle. I can't complain about this at all, and it's also internally adjustable for long-term maintenance. It's difficult to see the safety catch when you've actually got the scope on top, but the safety catch is a plunger which goes through the rifle here. So press it down, gives you fire, cycle the bolt, press it up, and that's then safe. And safe locks the bolt. If you want to open the bolt, you can press the bolt release catch there and it will allow it to lift up. Overall length is 1140mm or 45 inches. Overall weight is 4.6 kilograms, which is 10 pounds 4 ounces. The fundamental mechanics of this rifle are very similar to the other CZ600s you may have already seen reviewed. The barrel is technically interchangeable, but it's recommended to be done by a dealer rather than the user. On the 600 range, the barrel is fully floated within the laminate stock. It's got stippling here on the finger grooves either side of the beaver tail forend, and that matches the stippling shown on the right side of the grip, which is right-handed and has a significant palm swell. You can shoot it thumb up or thumb wrapped, and it's very comfortable either way. Bolt operation is light and intuitive. You can simply flick it open with the back of your hand and it's very fast and smooth to cycle and use. The blade is slim with tactile perception on your finger pad. Reach from the grip means you can apply a squeeze to it and your shots are timed perfectly. The cheek piece has 30mm of vertical adjustment to make sure your head to scope alignment is perfect and comfortable for long-term use. Length of pull is 373mm, which is 14.7 inches, and you could add spacers if you wanted to. You'll notice on the underside there's a Picatinny mount for a monopod, and it also comes with a rubber cover to stop it aggressively scratching your hand if you are using the butt hook or your hand underneath in a supporting manner like that. The butt hook in the stock means you can keep it planted tightly into your shoulder, and reloads don't affect the rifle. The bolt lift is very light, so you don't lose sight of target or point of aim. Here you can see bilateral mounting points for the sling studs at the rear. You can also put them on the front the same left or right, which allows the use of a biathlon sling. On the underside there are two regular sling studs, which mean you can mount a bipod or conventional sling on the underside. Here you can see where weight has been relieved from the stock, but it's not compromising the mechanical stiffness, and the gun is extremely stable to aim in use. You can load the bipod from your shoulder with no possible flexibility or movement, and it doesn't affect point of aim. The barrel harmonics are unaffected. It's also worth noting that the gun is stiff laterally, and if you clamp it in a set of tripod sticks, you won't lose zero. I've enjoyed shooting and reviewing all the CZ600 rifles. I think the fundamental design of the bolt and receiver is excellent, and they've used different stock designs to suit different markets, corresponding with excellent barrel weight choice. The 600 range, which is obviously a more target oriented rifle, is an excellent example of CZ's application of their cold hammer forged barrels to the purpose required. CZ's cold hammer forged barrels are very thermally stable, and there is no problem with zero shifting through longer shot strings where the barrel does get hot for say 15 or 20 rounds or more. The stock is a beautifully smooth finish, it's totally sealed, so you're not going to have any problems in moisture ingress, and when you take the actual action out of the stock you can see the well machined inlet and how you don't have any action bedding stress when it's tightened in position. I also like the fact that you can adjust the cheek piece height without the requirement for any tools, so there's no need for anything extra in your kit bag when you do go to the range. Bolt operation is light and smooth at any speed, and the recoil path of the rifle means there's minimal muzzle jump. I've shot it with brakes and moderators on as well, which of course reduce recoil even more. I think CZ have been very honest in the fact that they've given each of the 5 models within the 600 range a specific accuracy guarantee. This range model is the most accurate according to them, and it comes with the 0.75 MOA guarantee, which I had no problem whatsoever achieving with 5-shot groups at 100 metres. According to CZ's website, it's only currently available in 6mm Creedmoor or 308 Winchester, but I imagine this will change as time goes by because it's very easy to adapt this rifle to different barrels. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that review. Please like, subscribe, comment, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you can keep track of All for Shooters' latest uploads. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.